Hello there, beautiful people of the internet. Let's take this, because today I'm gonna be trying out one of the most powerful, not powerful is not the correct word, one of the strongest yerba mate in Poland, and I have already got one in the past, namely La Mejor Yerba Mate DFD, Producto 100% Orgánico Yerba Mate Elaborada. I think it's from Paraguay, if I'm not mistaken. It's strong. I mean, maybe not in effect that strong, but in terms of taste, it's super strong. So it's not really something I would like to drink every day. And I've recently bought a little bit more of yerba mate supplies, and among other things, I've ordered another very strong yerba mate just out of curiosity. So let's see if it's really not strong in taste, and you can always ask me later on in comment section if it's strong, like if it gives you a lot of energy as well, because obviously I won't be able to tell right away. So this is yerba mate Rio Negro, 400 grams, and it's Argentinian yerba mate. It's like 80% of leaves and 20% of little branches, palos, as far as I remember the name for Argentinian, for a branch or something like that. So let's cut it open. Actually, I don't need anything. It's a really nice gold bag, as you can see, with a bear. And I'm gonna try out a new mate as well. It's quite cute, and I'm not really sure. I might have the very similar one already. Maybe not. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out because I've got a very similar one, a very similar one in my bag somewhere. I just have to find it. It's somewhere tip below. Okay, there we go. It's almost the same. Slightly easier to hold because of that mushroom top, which is really nice to grip, but it doesn't have those deep grooves. Very similar though. It's my like emergency mate if I'm gonna need to drink somewhere when I'm not at home or something and I don't take my usual stuff with me. Okay, so by the way, once we will be waiting to my brew, I think it's brew, will cool down, I'm gonna tell you about some of the side effects I have experienced with, yes, I'm gonna say it, extensively drinking yerba mate, because I have pushed the boundaries. Maybe not so much, but at least to the point where I have started noticing some side effects of drinking yerba mate for months every single day, you know. But yeah, let's just get it done first. Have to be extra careful. There we go. First, the smell. Let's check out the smell. I'm not sure if it's available in your country, because it might be something that has been imported to Poland, repacked and everything. Keep in dry place. It's got German stuff, Polish stuff, English stuff, so it might be a very regional type of yerba mate, okay? Imported only to my country and several others in Europe. But it smells normal to me. It smells really normal. I have also I think that should be enough, because the cup is quite small, and enough chan. Okay, so let's separate the dusty particles from the, yeah, it's fairly fine ground. It's quite, there are lots of little particles. I don't see any little branches, palos. Oh, I see them. Okay, so can I do it like so? Nope, the pen won't cut it. What about this one? Oh, everything is sliding. What's going on? There we go. I'm gonna use this groove over here. So let's separate the dust from everything else. It's not really mandatory, but since I've got some time and I just want to enjoy it, I'm gonna do it. Normally I just, you know, put yerba mate inside cup and just pour hot water over it. That's it. I don't play with it. But from time to time I wanna do it in a more traditional way, you know, slower, something different from time to time. Should be enough. Okay. So I have discovered two side effects of drinking yerba mate every single day. I have maybe 2 or 3 times I have only drunk more than 1 brew a day, and it was mostly when I was meeting with my girlfriend, and she didn't drink yet, and you know, we made ourselves another drink together, and it happened maybe 2 or 3 times, you know, in a span of last year. So I've drunk only 1 brew for the whole day, you know. I poured hot water up to 6 or even 7 times a day. And another day, you know, in the evening, at night, I have cleaned my mate. Wait a second. I've cleaned my mate and prepared it for another day, right? Let's give it 1 minute. 10. Let's say 1 minute 10. And that's it. I didn't drink more than 1 cup per day, you know. I've poured hot water inside several times, 5 up to 7 times, sometimes maybe even 8 if the taste was still there. And I was gradually increasing the temperature of the water as well, so I could burn those leaves, you know. When the taste was really weak, I just wanted to get every essence of those leaves, so I was bumping the temperature. And that's it. Yeah, I was drinking it every single day. At first it was amazing because it was helping me with my depression a lot. It was giving me lots of energy, because I don't know what's wrong with me, what's missing in my body, but I found out that I'm very tired. I'm tired, maybe not very, I'm just tired most of the time. I just don't have a will to do anything. Sometimes I just can't enjoy simple things like, you know, playing games or playing the guitar. I just can't. It might be a depression thing, might be something mental, but yerba mate really helped me with it, you know, at first. It was amazing. It was like I have discovered a whole new world, because the effect it was giving me, it was so strong, you know. And gradually, with weeks of drinking every single day, you know, one brew per day. I'm missing the word here. Wait a second. Check the temperature of the water. I'm not checking with a thermometer anymore. I just put my finger inside and see if it's warm enough. Ouch! Yeah, it's definitely warm enough. Let's wait just a second. And yeah, it was really amazing. And I have discovered many different things, like the very same brand, the very same package would give me different effects every single day, you know. Sometimes the effect would be very light, sometimes it would kick so much power in energy, in life energy into me that I was just amazed, you know. And I have figured out that it might be connected to how well I have slept the previous day. It's very constant. What's the opposite of constant? It's very different. You can't really expect the same effect drinking it every single day. But I have witnessed one thing for sure. First of all, the effects get weaker with time. If you drink it every single day for weeks, for months, it's harder to actually feel that difference, you know. Sometimes it kicks you better, sometimes kicks you a little lighter, but the overall effect, you can't really notice it like I have been noticing it at the very first weeks of drinking it, okay? I must add it that I have never drunk coffee before, so I've never had any caffeine intake before I have started with yerba mate, so maybe 2 or 3 times I've drunk some coffee, but never on regular basis. So yeah, it was giving me lots of different new things which I loved a lot. After months, I was just bored. It wasn't like addiction, because most of the time I just really didn't want to make it, you know. I just didn't want to brew my yerba mate because I got tired with it. I was drinking every single day for months, okay, like 5-6 months straight, and then I've just decided that maybe I'm just gonna skip weekends, because I don't need so much energy at the weekends, because I'm not working, so I've got only time for myself. So I've decided I'm not gonna drink, you know, on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. 3 days, I'm gonna have a 3 days break during the 7 days week span. And that was the first time I have witnessed first side effect. Sorry, the first side effect was a stomach ache. When I was drinking yerba mate on an empty stomach, I have discovered that I've got some stomach ache. Especially when I was drinking some stronger yerba mate, it was giving me stronger stomach ache. Nothing terrible, but unpleasant experience. So it was an easy fix, because I had to only eat a banana and I could drink yerba mate and it was all fine. So a very minor side effect, okay? So I've stopped drinking it on an empty stomach and it was all right. Then I have started drinking it on an empty stomach and it was all right as well. So maybe it was just a matter of adjustment or something. And the second side effect, it's quite significant, and I'm gonna continue about that second side effect in a second. Let me just pour it. Yeah, the cup is really small. It's very small, as you can see. Not much water. That's a nice combo, I guess. There we go. Okay, so I remember when I started drinking yerba mate, I was so in love. I mean, it still gives me some I don't know. It just looks beautiful, you know, that metal straw bombilla, that mate. It just looks very, I don't know. I don't want to say weird, but weird in a good way, you know. There's some magic inside of it, in the whole picture, okay? Just as I love looking at the guitars and girls, I just love looking at the yerba mate cups, bombillas and stuff like that. Anyway, I love cars as well, and lots of other things. But the second side effect was headaches. Headaches. I had not had headaches for maybe 15 years. I remember when I was a teenager, I was having plenty of headaches in between 10 years old, when I was 10 years old to 20, maybe 18 years old. I can't really remember it clearly, but I was having some quite strong headaches. But at that time, I can't really pinpoint what was the problem. Poor diet. It was really hard for me to know at that time. But now, after like 10 or 15 years, I have discovered that my headaches are back, and I'm 100, maybe not 100, 99.99% sure this is yerba mate related problem. It might not be strictly yerba mate, because probably if I would have drunk coffee at the same rate as yerba mate, I was just overdoing it, okay, with yerba mate, I would probably get the same side effect, because of the pressure in your body was, in my body, sometimes, especially recently, before the big change, when I have decided I'm not gonna drink yerba mate when I'm not working. It's just gonna be a booster before my work, so I can perform better at what I do professionally, and I have started that this period when I'm not drinking yerba mate were really unpleasant because of the headaches. Okay, so the lack of the caffeine, the difference in pressure in my body was so great that my body just didn't know what to do, you know, because my body was used to that. After I woke up, I was, you know, drinking yerba mate, so my organism, my body was prepared to get that extra pressure, you know. And once I've cut it, because I was not giving it that extra pressure which caffeine in yerba mate gives me, my body started to react differently, and I felt terrible, you know. I felt like an addict. Because, I mean, it was not bad, but the headaches were really ruining my days, you know. I couldn't enjoy anything because it was just very unpleasant, you know. You couldn't just focus on something pleasant, like playing games or playing guitar, because you had this terrible headache. It wasn't very strong, but it was there. It was mediocre, but it was there and was really interrupting your daily activities. So I have recently, I mean, it was obvious, okay, I was overusing it. Sometimes I was even drinking like 3 or even 4 cups of yerba mate, just to make it clear. I've never poured more fresh leaves, okay? The very same leaves I've poured over water. Wait a second. The very first dry leaves, I've poured hot water on them. I've put some hot water second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, sixth time, and seventh time. Then I, you know, cleaned the mate, threw the leaves out, and that's it, you know, for the day. But even though sometimes I was so full of energy, you know, it wasn't even natural, you know. I was like so hyped. I could do everything, you know. I was like eager to do the most dreadful task I really hated, and it was like, you know, no problem. I was very optimistic, I was full of life, I was full of optimism. I just wanted to do everything, and I loved the effect. But somewhere back in my head, I knew that I'm overdoing it, you know. I'm trying to balance everything in my life, if it's learning, or if it's entertaining food, healthy, unhealthy. I'm just trying to find balance. And I knew that this drinking, you know, like 3 cups or 4 cups before I go out to work, wasn't exactly a balanced thing to do, you know. And once I have decided to stop drinking every day, I have realized that those headaches were hidden, you know, under the everyday drinking of the yerba mate. Once I have stopped, I have got headaches. And just remember, I never had a headache in a span of maybe 20 years, maybe 25 years, okay? So I have triggered something in my brain that reminded the body that something wrong. There has been some change in my body, and I have decided I'm not gonna drink yerba mate on weekends, starting on Friday, and every single day when I don't have to go to work. I'm not gonna drink yerba mate just to not overdo it and adjust my body to a new schedule of drinking yerba mate, so it's not addicted to that caffeine intake. Okay, and it was fine. You know, it was a little bit hard for me going back to a normal life when I don't have this positive energy in me, that energy life. I call it energy life. Every time I want to do stuff, you know, like optimistic stuff, I want to travel, I want to learn, I want to do something with my life, I call it energy life, because most of the time I'm just lacking of it, you know. I don't want to say it out loud, but most of the time I just don't care if I'm alive or if I'm not alive, you know. Obviously I don't want to suffer, but I don't really care that much if I'm living or if I'm not living, because there's something missing in life that I want to do, and it's just boring, okay? Most of the time I'm super tired, and it was really hard going back from that super optimistic life, full of energy, full of will to do everything, to a back old me, you know, when everything's boring and I don't really have a point to live for, you know. I don't have any major goal to I want to reach. I'm trying to look for something, but it's very hard for me. Anyway, it was a hard change, but I knew I have to make it because I'm overdoing stuff with yerba mate. Okay, so it's been recently we had Christmas, New Year's Eve, and everything, you know, lots of free days. I didn't have to work, so I've used it all the time. I was waiting, I wasn't drinking yerba mate, not at all. So, you know, everything went back to normal. My headaches stopped, obviously, because once the body adjusted, like in a span of a week, yeah, let's just say it was a week of readjusting to the old, you know, normal life without yerba mate, without any caffeine intake. Everything was almost back to normal, except that I was really missing that positive energy. But it wasn't addiction, you know, because the taste is, if you drank yerba mate, you know how it tastes. It's not something you want to drink every day. And, you know, it wasn't hard to stop. But even recently, I've been wondering, I mean, what's the point of living, you know, every single day when I don't have a will or that positive energy with me, and I don't really care if I'm alive or if I'm dead. I just don't care, okay? So it's really hard to balance all these things. I know one thing. I don't want to stop drinking yerba mate. That's the first thing. And another thing is that I don't want to drink it every single day, okay? I have made even more rules. I have decided I'm not gonna drink, you know, one brew poured with hot water several times. I'm not gonna do it anymore. Even in a span of the whole day, I'm just gonna drink maybe 2 per day, okay? I don't want to overdo it, just like I've been overdoing it in past. I don't want my body to know that it can rely on the daily intake of that caffeine, okay? So this is the first time after like 3 or 4 weeks, maybe not 3, yeah, somewhere around 3 weeks of break of drinking yerba mate. So to my surprise, I've woken up today with a horrible headache. I don't know what happened. Probably I just didn't sleep too well, but I've never had, I don't remember when was the last time I had a headache, because I've slept, you know, I didn't sleep well. So the headache problem is still there, but the real test will be over this weekend, because today, what day is it today? It's the 31st of. Wait a second. What am I saying? What the hell? We've got it's sorry, it's the 7th. I've got a little bit lost. It's the 7th of January 2020, and it's almost 3 p.m. Okay, yes, almost 1 p.m. Sorry about that. I really have a problem with multitasking. When I'm thinking about something, my brain to mouth connection just doesn't work. So what I was saying? So I haven't drunk yerba mate for like 3 or 4 weeks, probably 3 weeks. So I think it should be enough time, and I'm gonna drink it over the next couple of days. Today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and on Friday. I'm not gonna drink. So 3 days. I'm gonna drink 3 days, but I'm not gonna drink it just the way I was drinking it before, like, you know, 1 brew and several times, up to 6-7 times a day. I'm not gonna do it, okay? I'm just gonna drink it. Actually, the cup is very small, so I might readjust the dosage a little bit with the new cup, but maybe 2. You know, I'm gonna drink this thing in a second, and then I'm gonna pour some more water, hot water into it, and that's it for today, you know. And the very same leaves, which will be a lot weaker tomorrow because I've done 2 different brews. I'm missing my words so much here. I'm just gonna taste it, I guess. Oh my goodness, it is strong. Yes, it's very strong in taste. And one thing I have learned, the nastier the taste, the stronger the kick yerba mate gives you. So, but it's not guideline, because sometimes I drank a very light tasting yerba mates, which gave me a lot of kick. So, but yeah, stronger the taste, you know, stronger the energy it will give you. Same like coffee, tea, or anything, I guess. But it's not a guideline, because I have experienced a very light in taste yerba mates, which were punching a wallop of energy into your body, so, and mind. So yeah, it's strong. It's more like I was going to test yerba mate, and the whole talk transitioned into a side effect of drinking yerba mate daily. I wonder how native people, like from Argentina or Paraguay or any other country where it's a substitute for coffee and tea. I mean, if I would drink it every single day, I probably wouldn't have a problem with a headache, because my body would be used to it, okay? But it just didn't feel well with the whole yin-yang philosophy, Taoism, Tao Te Ching, when you're supposed to be somewhere at the center of the things, you know. I was just overdoing it, pushing the boundaries, so I knew it can't be good, okay? Extremes are not good. You want to be somewhere in center with everything you do in your life. So this is the sweet spot I'm trying to get to with everything. And you know, another lesson for me in that whole philosophy of overdoing things or underdoing things, it's still there, you know, because I was drinking too much, I got headaches, you know. So everything in balance. Don't overdo things, you know, because once you're gonna overwork, overlearn, overtrain, it's never good. It's never good. So I'm not even sure if I should say never, because never is a And another example of an extreme word, you know, never, like never. Maybe there are instances when you need to do something, you know, to the max, to the maximum of your capabilities. But yeah. Oh my goodness, it's really strong. And the same with the temperature of the water. I've been experimenting with different temperature of water. It says you should pour hot water into your yerba mate at 75 Celsius up to 80 Celsius, okay? Once made beverage, oh, beverage, brew, not brew, beverage, I'm gonna use the beverage, can be poured up to 5 times. So I've been pouring it up to 7 times sometimes. Recently I've been pouring it up to 4 or 5 times because it was enough, you know. I just didn't want to get every single essence of those leaves recently because I was already stopping with the whole thing. So yeah, it's gonna be one of my last videos about yerba mate for a long time because I've got so much of different brands and the packages are almost full. So I have to finish with all those stuff first before ordering anything else. And I mean, there isn't to talk about more, you know, because if you know how to moderate things in life, you're blessed basically. Because I don't know what's wrong with me, but I have a really trouble. I have problem with balancing my things. You know, I either go all the way out or don't do nothing at all. Okay, it's really hard for me to find this balance. So and I find myself overdoing things all the time. If it's learning, if it's training, if it's everything, I just have this horrible tendency of overdoing things, overthinking, overtraining, every single overeating. I just find it really hard for me to actually stop, you know, at some moderate stage of anything I do. So it's an exercise for me to find that balance, but I know that it will serve me better than, you know, for example, drinking every single day yerba mate, which might be harmful. So I'm really curious if you guys, because I've been drinking yerba mate for a year now, so it's not really that long, and I'm curious if you know, if you have found any other side effects. Please share it with in the comments, because I'm really curious. Up to date after a year of drinking yerba mate. The first half of the year was really you know, extreme, because I've been drinking it every single day. The second last few months I've been slowing it down. So I'm really curious if you have experienced any side effects. If you don't mind, please share them in the comments, because I'm really curious about it. One thing is sure, I wanna slow everything down, and I'm especially talking now about drinking yerba mate. So I'm just gonna pour it, my beverage. That's a beauty. Once you find out your word, you're gonna memorize it better, I guess. This is why I dream about moving to England or any English-speaking country, so I can be surrounded with all those, you know, information, keep in dry place in a tightly closed container. I would just love to read every single thing. I really would love to live in a country where English is a primary language. It's one of my dreams, actually, you know. The first one is being immortal. This is the best of the best wishes to have. I just want to be immortal, like I just want to live forever, basically. And you know, there are others, like I want the world to be a better place, like I want to be everyone happy, so people don't have to starve and, you know, die because of the illness and everything. But somewhere along those other wishes, I would love to live in English speaking country, just because, you know, I want to be surrounded with all that English. I'm trying to be surrounded with English only, but even though it's not really helping me that much, I guess maybe it helps me, but I just can't really see big improvements in my English because of all different activities like reading, gaming, listening, reading. I've just repeated myself, but yeah, if I would have been living in an English-speaking country, Scotland, Ireland, England, even USA, I guess. Even though I'm not really that fond of American English. I just prefer British English. So yeah, it would be amazing. So that's it, I guess. It's first day of going back to the normal routine where I have to go out and go to work, drinking yerba mate. And yeah, just a normal everyday life, I guess. Oh my god, the taste is gnarly. Oh my goodness. It's horrible. I don't doubt that it has a, you know, strong kick to it. This is why I'm just gonna pour one more hot water over my leaves, and I'm gonna leave it for tomorrow, or even more, maybe even day after tomorrow, because probably it will be still potent enough to give me that kick, you know. So maybe let's just stay with me a little bit longer. So yeah, and please don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm not appreciating what I have, where I live and everything else. I really do. It's just hard for me to remember it all the time. Sometimes I just lose those thoughts, you know, and I feel like I'm missing something greatly in my life, and I just can't find it. Whatever I'm doing, I just can't find it. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to focus all my energy, my you know, strong will to do and continue stuff. I just don't have a goal. I've lost my goal somewhere in recent years, and I can't really find it, and it's really frustrating because I really want to be good at something. I just really want to find something, and I just can't, you know. I just can't. I've got those points. I know you need to love what you do, you need to enjoy what you do and stuff like that. It's really hard for me to find something I could do for the rest of my life and actually earn some money. I don't want that much money. I just want to have enough money to, you know, I could even be poor. I don't have to be rich, or even, oh my god, I've overdone it with the temperature. I really don't want, again, balance, okay? I don't want to be extremely rich. I don't want to be extremely poor. Everything I do or try to do, I'm gonna try to find that balance in my life, because I know this is the one thing I'm sure of, and yeah, so I just want to be somewhere in the middle. I don't even have to be in the middle, like I don't know how to say it. Not the richest person, not the poorest person. This is the middle ground. Like, for example, my life, I can be even more poorer than I am currently. I just want to be happier, you know. That's all I want to be. Healthy, happy, and I guess enjoy life. But it's really hard for me to find that joy, because I have that internal feeling that I'm supposed to do something with my life, you know, that I'm wasting it away. I can't be playing games all the time, you know. It's just this thing that won't let me rest and just enjoy life, because there's probably something wrong with me in my mind. But I know I'm not the only one, and there are lots of people fighting, you know, every every single day, you know, and their routine, and they're bored with life as well. It's probably because we don't have, I mean, not everyone, but most of the people just don't have real worries in their life. And this is the reason, you know, your brain is just thinking of something to make you occupied. If it's real or not, doesn't matter. It just trying, and your brain is just trying to, I guess, balance it out. And it answers you just, you know, little meaningless problems just so you worry, because you don't have real worries, you know. You don't have to hunt for your food, you don't have to fight for the shelter above your head. So maybe it's just a matter of adjusting, you know, like evolution or something. But yeah, that's a long ramble. Oh, by the way, if you're still watching it, congratulations. It's I can't watch my videos, you know, I just can't, especially when they are in English right now. It's just so hard for me to actually listen to myself. I just cringe so much. I can't watch my videos, you know. I can barely watch a couple of minutes or seconds of some of the videos. So if you're still watching this, first of all, thank you. And secondly, I'm really surprised, you know, that you actually keep watching it to this point, because probably not many people will do, because I mean, that's not really interesting thing to do, I guess, unless you really get some knowledge out of those videos. But even with those videos, you know, there isn't a day when I'm not thinking about stopping it, because I don't really see a point of doing it. I guess I just enjoy it, you know, sharing it, my everyday life and everyday thoughts. I would like to do more of it, but I don't know if I'm wasting time, if I'm wasting other people's time. I'm not sure of it, you know. I remember when I was like 18 years old. I'm almost 35 years old right now, but when I was around 19, 18, 20 years old, I remember when was the first time I have decided I want to be good at something, and it was gaming. I was trying to be I've decided I want to be a professional gamer. I was playing Counter-Strike at that time, and it was hard. It was hard because I was trying so hard. I've been playing for like 6, maybe even 8 hours a day, because I wanted to be one of the best. I didn't want to be the best, I just wanted to be one of the best, and I want to do what other professional gamers were doing at that time, and I've never been good enough. So, and I'm not really good with other people, so it was a team game where you had 4 other teammates, and I was struggling because I was like the most dedicated of all of them, and most of the people didn't understand it because it was just an entertainment for them, and it was like a wild card for a better life for me, and I just wanted to, you know, do it, and at least I had the goal. It wasn't great, lots of tears, depression, because I wasn't good enough, good enough to that I wanted to be. You know, I was failing in many matches. You know, some simple scenarios when when my performance, because of the stress, because I mean, I still probably have this very problem with stress. Every time when people were depending on me, like to win a round, because I was the last alive member of my team, and that pressure, it just crippled me, you know, and I was really underperforming a lot under pressure, and I still do. Every single time I pinpoint camera at me when I'm holding a guitar, it's just horrible, you know. I'm just paralyzed with stress, because I want to perform good, but the problem is I'm thinking more about the video than about playing, and I just can't play. So yeah, I've got probably lots of mental issues to sort out, but yeah, everyone has. It's not like everyone's perfect. It's not possible because of this yin-yang philosophy, you know. There are no perfect marriages, no perfect people, no perfect musicians. Everyone has some advantages and disadvantages. Okay, it's perfect, I guess. So that's it for today. Not much of a drinking in this little matter or cup or mug, if you will. Maybe it's gonna be perfect for me, you know. Just 2 sips of yerba mate and off you go. You know, I don't want to cheat life. I mean, at first I thought I'm gonna cheat life with it, you know. Lots of pressure, positive energy, the cure for my depression, for the low energy to live. You know, I thought I'm gonna cheat the life. At one point I was thinking I'm gonna buy like kilos of yerba mate just in case someone will notice that it gives you so much power and this positive energy that people will ban it for some reason, you know. This is how crazy it was for me at the beginning. So yeah. By the way, it's winter. If you don't know, here in Poland, it's January. It's supposed to be all white with plenty of snow, but there hasn't been any snow in this winter yet. So it's quite crazy. It's quite crazy. So, and winter normally ends in Poland somewhere around in next month, in February. Sorry, in March. So there is like maybe 3 months of winter yet. So I don't know. Plenty of people are very cheerful because of it, because they hate, you know, cold temperatures and snow. It's difficult for professional drivers, lorry drivers and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna lie, I like snow. I like how everything changes because of it. Everything looks different. It's, you know, I miss snow, but this year I could live without it, I guess. So yeah. By the way, if you're still watching it, if you have any topic you would like to listen to me talking about, just message, you know, message me in the comment, leave a comment, and maybe I will share some of my points of view about this particular topic. But yeah, you deserve a medal. If you're still watching it, you deserve a medal. So here's your health. No, you can't say it. In Poland, we say something like, to your health. And in English, I think you say just cheers. So all the best to you, you know. Lots of health and happiness in your life. Oh my goodness. Because if you're still watching this, you're crazy. Maybe you're even more crazier. You're crazier than I am. But yeah, I really appreciate it and thank you for it. At one point I will have to decide if I want to continue those videos, you know. More and more I'm thinking about going back to taking photographs, because they don't require me to talk. They don't require me to stand in front of the camera. So I might be, but I don't think so. I enjoy, you know, motion picture. I just like videos because they give you more of that particular moment in life than pictures. Pictures are amazing as well, but there's so much you don't know about the scenery, you know. You can't look around with a photograph. You can't hear things. So I might not be coming back to photographing, but I enjoyed photographing as well. I just like it. I just like filming more because I can capture that very moment and plenty more in a video. So I guess I'm not gonna be back to taking photographs anytime soon. So I guess that's it. That felt nice. I found out that one thing I can't really do, I have to be stationary. I can't move around, I can't walk, I can't do multiple things at the same time. And when I don't do it, I think it's easier for me to actually talk about everything in with more logic, because I'm not oh my god, I lost the word. I'm not focusing at, you know, a few things at the time, and my brain performs better in that way, so I have to be stationary. So that's it, I guess. So thank you for watching. I think I've run out of any ideas, and now you can look at my square on my head, where the camera was fixed to my head. So once again, to your health if you're still watching it. That was one sip, one big sip. So once again, all the best in 2020. 2020 or 2020 year. May it be good for everyone, I guess. Oh. That wasn't much, but I'm gonna try and stick with the philosophy of not overdoing things, and that's it. I think I've drunk only 3 or 4 or maybe 4 to 5 sips. That's it for you today. That's it for today, Chan. You can't drink more. Let's see how it goes. If you have a question about, you know, my headaches, if I have somehow overcome them with that, with changing the habit of drinking my yerba mate, don't be shy and ask in comments, you know, just ask about anything, I guess. I don't have anything to hide, and I would more than happy to share my experience. And I might not be doing any videos yerba mate related for a longer while, but it doesn't mean I'm not gonna reply to you and I'm not gonna share my experience, even though you might be asking after years of this video, you know, after this video will be uploaded. So just shoot out. Have a good one. Cheerio.